if you had $100 in your pocket, I have 10 fragrances that you can buy with that $100 that'll start your collection, and it'll be solid. Stay tuned. What's going on, gang? Once again, this is your boy Keith, and this is The Fragrant Life, and here we talk about all things fragrance related. If you are new to this channel, then definitely make sure you go ahead and subscribe, ring the bell icon for notifications, like these videos, thumbs up, share these videos, and definitely be active in the comment section. With that being said, let's get to the video. If you had $100 in your pocket and you wanted to start a fragrance collection, which direction should you go? And I pulled out quite a few fragrances, and I decided to chop that list down a little bit because it actually was going to run quite long if I did all of these fragrances. So I'm just going to pick the ones that I think are the most solid that you can go with, readily available in store, and have no issues. So with that being said, let's start this list. So the first one I'm going to recommend is from Sean John, and it is Sean John's 3 a.m. And this fragrance, I do believe you can still find in rack stores right now. Burlington would probably be your best bet to find this. And I found mine at I think this one I found at a Bell's outlet. And then this bigger style one I think I found at a Burlington. But this smaller size one will run you, I think this was, I want to say between 12 and 15, maybe. And I know the 100 ml size, which is this one, ran me $19.99. So the better buy would probably be the 100 ml size if you can still find it. But this one is going to be your great atomizer. One of the best in the game, if you ask me. This one is going to be more or less like your clubbing scent. This has like a tonic or like a gin accord or something like that in it. It's fresh. Mostly for like, I want to say after parties, not so much like a actual club scent, more like the after party or something like that. This can be office safe. It's non-offensive, and I think would be a solid start to a collection. Sean John 3 a.m. If you're looking for something blue, if you're looking for something Bleu de Chanel like, but you don't want to spend Bleu de Chanel like money, then definitely pick up Salvatore Ferragamo's Acqua Essenziale Blue. Now this one, to me, it does give off that kind of blue style vibe that you get from Bleu de Chanel, but it's not the same. And a lot of people will tell you that this is close to Bleu de Chanel, and to me it's really not. It's different. It's just in the same vein, but this does work, and it does somewhat fill that void for Bleu de Chanel for some people. If you want Bleu de Chanel, you're just gonna have to get Bleu de Chanel, which you see I have over here. But this does work. And this one, for this, I think this is a 100 ml bottle, will run you a little bit more than $20. It will run you probably like $24, $25, $26, something like that, which is still not bad if you had $100 in your pocket. Definitely would look into getting this style fragrance. I haven't seen this much in like TJ Maxx, Ross, places like that. You used to find this readily available. I think the only place I've seen this fragrance in abundance is maybe Jacksonville, Florida, if you're in my area. at Nordstrom's Rack. So I definitely check that store out. If you're in that Jacksonville area, maybe you'll come across this. Great fragrance. If you're looking for a signature style fragrance, one that you could possibly wear every single day, wear it to work, it's non-offensive, it smells great, women are gonna love it, Burberry Touch for men. Now this 100 ml bottle style, it definitely will probably run you more than $20. It's probably gonna run you around 22, 3, 4, 5, $26 maybe. I've seen it for like 26, 27. You can get the 30 ml size for a little bit cheaper than that, like 16, 17, 15, somewhere around in there, which is still not too bad. But I decided to get rid of the 30 ml size and go with this bigger bottle because this is something I would wear a little bit more. But my collection started growing faster than I thought it would, and I don't reach for this as much. I've worn it a couple of times, as you can see, but this bottle is still almost full. Definitely a signature scent worthy style fragrance. Smells fantastic. I love it. It does have a bit of a powderiness to it. Dries down to a very clean style fragrance. Smells phenomenal. I love it. Burberry Touch for men. If you're looking for a green style fragrance, something you can wear for spring, summer, this is the perfect fragrance. A company that I don't hear a lot of people mention, and I am going to start looking more into these because this fragrance just caught me off guard. I found this one at a Burlington in Jacksonville, Florida, over by the airport, and this one is called Green Lavender Cologne Intense by The Art of Shaving. Quick backstory once again. I know you've heard this story several times over. I bought this fragrance. I wore it. It was like $9 or $10, something like that. Magnetic cap. And I wore this to work one day at another job. I'm not even there anymore, but I stopped by an Advanced Auto. I was dropping off a battery, and the guy that was behind the counter, I guess when I walked up, my breeze came by and hit him in the face. He was like, wow. He was like, what is that you wearing, man? And I told him what it was and how much it cost, where I got it from. He was like, man, my dad has colognes that cost hundreds of dollars and none of them smell as good as what you got on. So I reached in the truck, gave him the bottle, went back, grabbed the second bottle from there. So I don't know if that fragrance, I haven't frequented that store in a while, so I don't even know if they still have any of these, but definitely want to check out more fragrances from The Art of Shaving just to see if the quality of those fragrances are going to be just as good as this one. But if you see this somewhere, definitely check it out. Green Lavender Cologne Intense by The Art of Shaving. Another fragrance that I highly recommend before it is completely gone. Starwalker by Mont Blanc. And it is said that this fragrance has been discontinued, but there are still in abundance in stores. I've seen plenty of bottles of this. Very clean. It gives the same kind of vibe that you get from Burberry Touch, that kind of clean, fresh kind of vibe. But this one has like a bamboo vibe. This one is more like a powdery kind of vibe. But this stuff is phenomenal. I love it. I think there is a Starwalker Extreme or something like that that's out. I've yet to see that fragrance or even be able to give it a try. But this one to me is well worth the money. If you can find this, pick it up. It's going to run you about $20. Definitely one I highly recommend. So Mont Blanc's Starwalker. A fragrance that I wanted to put on this list, but it's discontinued also. And I haven't seen it in stores in a while. And it's probably more or less going to be found online now. And the price is probably going up on it. L'Homme Ideal or Ideal, however you want to say it, Cologne was a fragrance that was out at the time. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but it grew on me, and I definitely am glad that I picked it up when I did. It smells phenomenal. It's a very nice citrus, kind of creamy style fragrance. It smells phenomenal. I love it. If you find this fragrance before it's gone, definitely pick it up. This is just one I'm going to throw in as a freebie. Definitely get your hands on this. Trust me. If you're looking for something a little bit more on the dark side, something heavy, definitely pick up F by Ferragamo Pour Homme, or as we like to call it, Ferragamo F Black. This has a raspberry note in it. Almost gives off like a dryer sheet kind of vibe, very clean, but it definitely has a little bit of something. I think there's like some black pepper or something in this. Whatever the case may be, this fragrance is very good, and it does not get the love like it used to get before I even started doing reviews good. Jeremy Fragrance was one who hyped this one up, and I bought it and I loved it ever since. Now, this is probably my second bottle. I had a bigger bottle of it, and I think I traded it or sold it, and then I got this smaller size bottle, and I'm glad I got it back in my collection. So definitely one you need to check out. Another house that definitely needs to be mentioned, the House of English Laundry. The very first fragrance I found from English Laundry was Windsor Pour Homme. And this fragrance is still near and dear to me in my collection. And it smells so good. I love it. Fall, winter style fragrance, if you ask me. I don't know why my mind always goes to plum whenever I think of whenever I smell this fragrance. There's no plum in this whatsoever, but it does give off kind of a dark, little bit resinous kind of vibe, and it smells phenomenal to my nose. I love it. Now, other fragrances that you can get from this particular line, if you're looking for a Creed vintage style fragrance, this is more on the smoky side and not the fruity side. This is London. And all of these fragrances will run you, depending on, they were running about $19.99, but then prices start shifting. And as you can see, like this Tahitian water, $12.99. So if you find these at $12.99, you definitely can pick up 5-6 bottles, different bottles of these, and still be under $100. Easy. You can get a whole collection of these if you find them at $12.99 and still be under $100. That's phenomenal. That's fantastic. But Tahitian waters is your, I'm going to call it your Virgin Island water style fragrance. And I will say that these newer style bottles, the ones that you can clearly see the juice moving around in, the performance and the quality are not as good as the one that I had before that you couldn't see through. That juice quality was fantastic. These are a little watered down, and I would steer clear of these newer ones if you ask me. It's just my personal opinion. It does smell good, but it doesn't smell anywhere near what my original bottle smelled like. And me, like a dummy, being nice to people, and I sold my bottle because I knew I could pick up another one anytime I wanted to. and ended up with one of these watered down ones. But Tahitian Waters and then Cambridge Night is one that eluded me for a long time, and I finally found a bottle of it. I think I got this bottle from another subscriber, to be honest. But this is your kind of Invictus-y style fragrance. It's still good. And then I started hearing people mention Crown, and when I finally got my nose on it, I was kind of disappointed, because this one also had like an Invictus kind of sweetie vibe to it. I was like, man, I waited all this time for this fragrance and another one that smells like Invictus. So if you don't have Invictus, excuse me, if you don't have Invictus, then definitely pick up Crown or Cambridge Nights, something like that. Also, if you don't find the majority of these on the shelves in TJ Maxx, then you can definitely find the gift set of the 30 ml size. It'll be 4 of them all together, and it'll run you about, what, 15, 20 bucks, which isn't bad at all. And it'll have, say, Crown, it'll have maybe Signature, Arrogant, and Oxford Blue in it. Or it'll have 4 different ones from, just trust me, English Laundry is a pretty solid line, and I recommend any of those fragrances, even though I'm not a huge fan of Signature or Arrogant, because to me, they kind of smell the same and it's redundant to me, but that's just my nose. So, but anyway, English Laundry, a very good house. You can definitely find these fragrances in abundance at your local TJ Maxx, maybe Marshall, something like that. And like I said, at $12.99, if you can find them all at that price, definitely pick up as many as you can get, and you'll still be well under $100. If you are looking for another freshy spring, summertime type fragrance, a little bit of sweetness, very fresh, clean, then definitely check out from Zegna. This is Zegna Uomo. And yes, I said Zegna. I know I say Zegna, and somebody got offended. They got butthurt because I said Zegna and not Zegna. Who cares? But anyway, these, I think these are still in abundance to this day. This size bottle, the 30 ml size, run you like $9.99, and this one actually has the tag still on it, halfway, $9.99. And I think this is a 50 ml size, and these were running like maybe $12, $13, $14, $15, and then the 100 ml size, in which I had one of those, was like $19.99. And I think I sold the bigger bottle because the atomizer broke on that one. I took the atomizer off of this one, put it on that one, and sold it. So let me use my smaller bottle. Yeah, very fresh, a little fruity, perfect for spring, perfect for summer, them hot days. You can stick something like this in the refrigerator, not the freezer, the refrigerator. Hey, on a hot day, you're going out the door, you grab it out of the refrigerator, spray it on. It's refreshing, it's cooling, and I love it. Zegna Uomo. And I think I'm going to give you one more, and I'm going to shut them down. And these 2 fragrances I'm going to do together. These were in abundance, and I regret every single day I look at these fragrances not picking them up when I was seeing them in TJ Maxx's all over the place. And I didn't know what they were. I just thought they were like another cheap brand of fragrance that I really wouldn't care for. And boy, did I miss out. Cremo or Cremo, however you want to say it. Bergamot and Musk, which is quote unquote your Creative Ventus style fragrance. Silver Water and Birch, which is your Silver Mountain Water style fragrance from Creed also. And then they had Blue Cedar and Cypress, in which I think I got rid of that one. And they had quite a few other ones, but I didn't get into them like that until after the hype had died, and those fragrances they had cycled through the stores and they're all of a sudden gone. My local Walmart doesn't sell those anymore, so don't mention Walmart to me about selling these Cremo fragrances, because the Walmarts here and around me don't even sell these. Target used to sell these. Our Target don't even hardly sell fragrances anymore. And it's just hard for me to find the ones that I was looking for. So definitely, if you see these Cremo fragrances out in the wild anywhere and they're at a decent price, grab them. Trust me. So those are just some fragrances that I pulled out of my personal collection that I think would start a solid collection. I also will put this disclaimer in there. Make sure you choose quality over quantity, because it is very easy to start buying fragrances and then it's a snowball effect. You get caught up. You just keep going to these stores. You keep buying and buying and buying, and you got all these fragrances, and it's easy for you to start not wearing some of these fragrances, overlooking a lot of fragrances, and then you're starting to wish that you hadn't bought this, you hadn't bought that. So just make sure you be very selective when it comes to just going out and buying fragrances, and make sure you get something you love and not just like or just okay with, or just because your favorite reviewer said it was okay that you went out and bought it and you really didn't care for it. So keep that in mind. And also, it's okay to not pick up everything you see. It's okay to sample fragrances. It's okay to use subscription websites to buy decants before you go out and make a big purchase. Niche fragrances are very, very artistic in most cases. They're not your typical designer or typical cheapy style fragrance. And it takes a lot of getting used to sometimes when it comes to niche. So definitely get your nose on some samples before you make a big purchase. And also, before you even make a big purchase like that, make sure you check some of these websites. You may be able to find maybe like a partial bottle or somebody selling one at a discounted price. But make sure you're getting what you're looking at and not about to get gypped or cheated on anything. Do your homework. And with that being said, y'all, I am out of here. Hopefully this list will help some people, and we'll do this again sometime soon. I'm out of here, y'all. Here is to smelling great. Peace.